This morning on Today's Money, moonlighting. Moonlighting appears to be back in vogue, but it's not because people want to expand their job horizons and try new careers. It's because they need the money. For one new moonlighter, the benefits have been more than financial. For single mom Allison LaValle, the cost of raising 4 kids was too much for one income to bear. She needed a second job.
I had creditors calling me just about every day. It was just a place of real darkness, It was a really hard place to realize that, here I am, an adult with children, and I can't pay my bills.
So the New York State Education Department employee started moonlighting.
You can go from ballroom to beach in 2 seconds flat.
Selling silpata jewelry at parties.
But at that point in my life, I figured, what do I have to lose? Let me give it a shot.
And LaValle's not alone. 10% of Americans surveyed by CareerBuilder.com said they'd taken a second job in the last year. 18% said they plan to get one.
If you even have a job, the money you're making may not be paying the monthly bills. Your pay may have been cut. Your healthcare costs may have gone up. So all of these things combined, people are looking to make more money just to make ends meet and to save.
And with the average work week down to 33 hours in June, the trend is likely to grow.
Let me see. Turn around. I got to see.
For LaValle, a silver lining. She really enjoys her second job. It got her out of debt and renewed her self-confidence.
I wouldn't be telling you the truth if I told you that I didn't get tired because I have a very full life. But my life is full of things that I choose for it to be full of.
For more now on the right way to moonlight, we're joined by Carmen Wong-Ulrich, host of CNBC's On the Money. Carmen, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Lester.
That woman clearly worked out for her. How do you know if moonlighting is right for you?
Well, one of the things is, she did direct selling. You have to make sure if you're going to go into something like that, does it make financial sense for you? For example, you have to put money up front. So you have to calculate how, what are the odds that you're going to be able to get that money back and then make some money. Also, too, if you get another moonlighting job, whether it's an hourly wage job or part-time, you have to make sure that commuting costs don't take basically any kind of money or gains that you make, or childcare costs. You have to make sure it makes financial sense for you and also sense with your full-time job. You have to protect your full-time job here. So if you know you can be out at 5 o'clock every single day, you can take the 6 p.m. second job. But if you have to be there and you never know if you're going to be there till 7 or 8, you need a more flexible second job.
Well, and that leads to my next question, because a lot of jobs you kind of take home with you, or they don't really have defined hours. So what kind of jobs typically work well in a moonlighting situation?
Well, these days it works really well because a lot of folks are still working more hours than usual. Our jobs you can get, go on your local message boards. Keep it local in your community, whether it's babysitting, dog sitting, any kind of sort of thing like that. And also your skills. A lot of folks now have a lot of skills that you can easily market online, whether it's photography, editing, event planning, which a lot of folks get into. If you can throw a really great party, this is something you could probably make some money doing.
Let's talk about full disclosure. What are the rules here? Are you required or obligated to tell your first employer, by the way, I have another job starting at 6?
You're not obligated. Here's my stance on that. Don't tell them if you don't have to. Because here's the thing. Again, you've got to protect the full-time income first. That always comes first. So be very careful. If the two jobs, however, are clashing, that's when you have to make a decision of, do I tell my employer, are they going to be sympathetic to it and be able to work this out, or will I jeopardize my job by telling them?
See, because I think it's fraught with danger, the notion that you're on your lunch hour, I'm sitting at the computer, maybe I can work at the second job while I'm on the lunch at the first job.
You mean daylighting?
Daylighting. This could spiral down quickly.
Very, very dangerous thing to do. That's the thing. You cannot let your second job fold into your full-time job, because here's the thing, if you're on your company computer, anything you do is actually their property and their business. So you have to be careful that they're making sure that they're getting their money's worth out of you, and you're not making money on a second job at your full-time job. So keep them as separate as possible. A few emails here and there, but don't build a website at your full-time job.
I'm thinking it's a great way to perhaps launch a second career. Maybe the second job really launches something bigger for you.
It's a fantastic way to do that, and a lot of women especially are doing that right now. They're finding that, I don't necessarily like the job that I have full-time, but I can't seem to get ahead. So I really love, whether it's selling jewelry or editing or building websites, I'm going to do that secondhand. And they're seeing that their second job is starting to overtake financially their first job, and it becomes a new business, which is a great, great thing.
Good stuff to think about. Carmen Wong-Ulrich, always nice to have you on. Thanks for being here. You can catch Carmen every Saturday night on the Money at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on CNBC.